social media still said Night Train Lane.
Night Train.
That's how you know that.
Yeah, that's my boy. I've been around for a while.
But yeah,
apparently Jeff has too.
Yeah, right. I think, but
Well,
I think
so
I still think Jeff's got me beat.
So here's the funny thing, is that how people call me is what stage of life they met me at. Some people call me Anthony, and that's from my childhood.
Okay.
Night Train
I like to call you Anthony, though.
High
exactly
school
what we're gonna
to
call him.
college is Night Train. At Myrtle Beach, it was Tony Dallas, which is a really wild one.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, you
No,
didn't.
we're not just
no,
gonna skip
we're not
over
just
that.
gonna breeze by
hold on.
$20.
I mean, but it was a
one
real
more
quick
time.
moment in life.
One more time. What was it?
Tony Dallas.
Dollaz.
Dollaz.
But you know what, John?
Z.
But you know what? That is so South Carolina right there, though. That's so South Carolina.
Stop it, bro.
Tony
That's
Dallas. They're like, Tony
embarrassing.
Dallas. I'm like, I was like, what do people call you? And I'm like, my nickname's Night Train. They're like, nah, that ain't it. And they're like, Tony Dallas, because that was like when Lil Wayne was like becoming like real big.
It doesn't matter. Night Train wins hands down every day over Tony Dallas.
And then it became Tony, and then then it became Dude Network. Yeah. So.
No, but you know what? No matter what, you'll always be Anthony to me.
Yeah, it's all Anthony. Yep. Way to go, Anthony.
So everybody, this is old Jeff Williamson here beside us, the newly appointed head boys basketball coach at Dodge City, Kansas, coming off a state tournament run at the hometown pride of Southwest Virginia, the Logan Wildcats. What's up, Jeff?
Hey,
the pride of Southwest West Virginia.
In studio. What's that?
Did I see that?
The pride of Southwest West Virginia? Is that what you said?
No, just the pride of Southern West Virginia.
Southern West Virginia. Sorry.
Now Southwest Kansas.
Yeah, now Southwest Kansas.
Hey, it's all good here. All good here. Because it's all better. It's all better than where I live. I mean, California's great.
Here we go. Yeah, choo-choo. Yay, whatever.
But you don't pay food taxes, we found out, so that's cool.
No, hey, if you didn't catch the chat, my dad corrected me.
I didn't see that.
It's prepared food. We do pay a tax. I forgot. That's right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
In Ohio, they have the dine-in tax. So if you're a real cheap ass, which I am, you say your food's to go, then you eat
principal.
Right. So there are some restaurants.
Shout out Uncle Sam.
That's like it's not everywhere, but some of our restaurants have that. There's a dine-in, and whatever, and then certain level of certain amount of guests, they automatically add 15 or 19% gratuity into your bill. It's wild out here. It is.
No comment.
And I'm a really if you know me, I'm a excellent tipper. And so
you're actually taking money out of your pocket by putting the mandatory
100%. Because when I see that, I look at the 3 suggestions you give me, and I'll be like, all right, there you go. But if I have if it just has amount, receipt, or tip, amount, tip, and then your total, and you performed well, did good service, then you're gonna have a good tip. I worked in the restaurant industry, so I understand, and I understand that when you wait on a big table, or or you outperform and you come back to like $5, it's like, fuck you.
Yeah. If a table came up to me and they were like, "Hey, are you gonna put the 18% gratuity in this? Because I promise we tip." Yeah, I'm putting 18% gratuity because nothing says you're not going to tip other than
Bingo. I promise 100. If you're offering the tip before the meal and service, no. There's zero trust right there.
But my personal favorite was if they looked like they had money, and this was back in my slum bag days, so everybody take it easy on me here with this one.
That's the Tony Dollar days. That's Tony Dollar days.
I never told anybody.
I never
told anybody about the 18% tip. And a lot of times they wouldn't know any better, and they'd still tip another 18%. So I was getting 36% tips.
Jeez, man.
Sometimes, man, they'll be like, "We have separate checks." Yes, you can. That's a lot of.
So that, hey, no, okay, now Damon, now we know some truth. That's why it's called Tony Dollars.
That's exactly what it's called, Tony.
He was a hustler. I
He was a
got
hustler,
hey,
baby.
Coach, hey, no. Coach just
That's a
confirmed it.
damn
He
good
pointed.
point,
He
John
pointed.
C.
He's like, you got it.
Yep.
Hey, and he wants to play the innocent card. So I don't know why they called me that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
After hearing myself, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a scumbag. Yeah.
Hey, look at Jeff. Still calling the plays as it is. Let's go.
Now we're going $10.
Always a coach.
See what happens when you go honest, folks? You have to do $10 less meals to make it happen.
Hey, yeah. No, I ain't doing it. I ain't saying that.
Nope.
I can't go that far. I can't go that far. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Come on. Yeah, you can. It's Saturday night.
Your Prince of the Poorest was once Tony Dollars hustling poor people out of extra.
I did not do it to the poor folks. That's wrong.
Folks.
If they were wearing nice button downs,
they got it. They got it.
Hey, Tony, I'm poor and I sometimes wear nice button downs to go out.
Exactly.
And I would have been suckered in to paying you 36%.
And you wouldn't have ordered the filet with the crust on top of it though, and the shrimp add-ons. Like
I would have I would have stopped at the shrimp and ordered that for my wife. Yeah, that would be
I'm
what
saying.
she
Like
ordered.
these guys were ordering like $50 a person. Like I ain't gonna know.
Oof.
He says that now, and if nobody had any button downs, it was just if they had a polo shirt. If they had a polo shirt, they got it.
That's right.
Hey.
Oh, dude!
Like
just a couple of buttons.
Damon, are you listening to? Hey, you're taking notes, right, buddy?
Hey, I got a whole pad right here, and it's full of $20 notes right here.
Right. Hey,
don't worry. If they came from North Carolina, I knew I was getting 18%, and I was moving about my day because that was the most.
You heard it here first. Tony hates North Carolina.
Yep.
I hate ones that order filet mignon, well done, butterflied, and yes, ketchup and steak sauce.
If you order that,
and I knew where that ticket was going real quick.
They deserve
it.
They got they were drinking Budweisers, and hey, can you bring me one of them Jack Daniel shots and make sure it's double, but don't charge me for the double.
Oh, well, I mean, sir, you're going to get charged double.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of I think that was a little bit of therapy time for Tony.
I think he.
You got that vibe?
Yeah, no, you're right. He had that built up on his chest right
there.
He
needed to say that.
That's been laying dormant for 12 years. Thanks, guys.
I was going to say that's been 10 plus years. He's been holding on to that.
It was a cleanse.
It was a cleanse. I wish my colon would cleanse that good.
Well, I mean,
eat
some of them street tacos, and you colon cleanse pretty good.
Yeah, let me get some of them American steak.
Order some of them steak tacos. Oh shit! Buddy! Oh my gosh! I love it! Oh.
So we only have one question and one question only for Jeff. And did we actually land on the moon?
Oh boy!
Here we go.
Hey, here it is.
Uh-oh.
Open the doors.
And I do have a follow-up question per your answer.
Did we land on the moon?
November 22nd, 1969. Is that what they're saying? The alleged moon landing?
Well, I know we were
going. July 22nd. I forget. I don't know. Date. But I'm going to say no.
It don't matter the date.
My man. Because here's the deal. The first person to step on the moon, who the fuck was holding the camera?
There's a lot of photo and video I've always questioned from the time I was young.
And then half the time the flag looks like there's, this one right here, dead still. And half the time it's like this. But yet there's no wind on the moon because the footprints stay forever. Get the daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So
now we open Pandora's box.
So I guess, as an educator, how do you wholeheartedly tell kids that we landed on the moon? How do you feel about that?
That's why I'm a PE teacher.
My man.
Hell yeah. You can dodge the wrench, you can dodge the ball.
rope now.
There's no lie in physical education, folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is dodgeball an eligible sport in Kansas?
I'll have to check the ruling on that.
Damn it. You just came from Kansas.
I don't know.
We gotta vote. Can we bring dodgeball back?
Well,
Look, it creates a social hierarchy. Like it lets people know where they
Hierarchy.
stand.
Hierarchy.
Yeah, those things. It lets you lets you know where you stand in that at a young age, and it kind of prepares you for where you just need to kind of settle.
Hey, bro, I know. I've been on the top of a dodgeball game. I've been not anywhere near the top of the dodgeball.
Is that when you were
game.
like? Is that when you were running the youth camp as an adult? You were playing against kids.
Okay, hold on. I got to interject here.
Here we go.
I gotta back this up.
Okay.
Okay.
We're talking about the moon landing, right?
Oh.
Okay.
Has anybody seen allegedly they're matching up the shuttle, the Challenger space shuttle astronauts?
Yep.
Here we go.
And
Come on.
Yep. Bring
Come
it.
on.
And again, allegedly,
Allegedly.
there are people the same name, age, facial structure,
Interesting.
everything,
Twins.
doing other jobs now among in the country among just civilians.
Yep.
Again, allegedly.
Right. Right. I have
have
no firsthand proof.
Nope.
Yep.
I have no firsthand proof, but
Yeah, I just want to make
maybe
sure everybody
you should
understands.
just think outside the box once in a while, folks. That's all we're getting at here.
Yeah.
So
I read it on the side of a milk carton.
how about can we talk about some of NASA's videos that they put out to people where you can see them reaching for stuff that's not there over and over and over again?
Well, it's dark up there, John.
No, sir. Is because they have contact lenses on that project images that they then green screen on for you, the viewer. And if you think I'm making it up, there's plenty of video out there. You can see the ropes when they're spinning around from their harness.
Facts.
It's a joke, dude. It's an absolute joke. And
or they're holding something while they're talking in space, and they drop it,
and it falls.
And it falls.
But their hair's sticking up because there's zero gravity. And here's another thing. Gravity, folks. How about density? I'll just say that. That's another rabbit. That's just a little nugget for you guys to follow later.
Just a little sprinkle. Just a little sprinkle for
Dude, I got millions of sprinkles, dude. Oh. Tony wasn't ready for this, I don't think.
No, I'm ready. I just don't know much about it. Other than that we didn't land.
And here's the deal. Anything that you guys hear me say may or may not be true. And I have no proof of any of it as of yet.
This is the John disclaimer so we don't get sued.
Hey, I like it. I like it. I mean,
we're very compliant.
Exactly.
There are also certain things and certain experiments
this
we can
exhibit
do
A.
where I can prove that they're at least not telling us the full truth about certain things. And so if that's the case, and then there are certain questions that many people, even who believe their whole lives about the moon landing, but now there's a lot of us that have questions that you can't come up with a logical answer for.
Nope.
And then all the stuff we just laughed about with NASA because it's a fucking joke. Yep. But
well, it's no different than Ron.
I wasn't there. I can't prove it, but I'm just telling you, open your eyes a little bit, do a little bit of critical thinking for yourself. And
this is how he's like, I ain't telling you what to do.
Yeah.
You need to go do some research and criticize your thinking a little bit and do a little freaking reflection, folks. Like, okay, again, but I'm not telling you. I'm not. He's like,
I'm not telling you.
Come up with your own conclusion.
I am not telling you you should.
And analyzation,
I am
really
not.
Look at the facts of A, B, and C along the way.
I think it would be a complete waste of time.
I mean, it's no different. It's no different than Ron Howard when he went to go make the Apollo movie.
I'm
You
just
know,
look.
he went to NASA and said, "Hey, can I get some of the original stuff?"
And what they say, Damon? What they say?
They said, "Well, yes, give us a minute and we'll get it to you." And all of a sudden, it's gone. All that documentary stuff is gone.
Where'd it go? It just
Hey,
The hell if we
ready?
know.
well, it wasn't important.
No.
I mean, it's not,
Yeah, only the
Didn't
first time
need
a
it.
person's
well,
been on the
it was
moon.
sort of like,
Yeah.
do you really think it could have been a situation? Because let's just be completely honest. It could have been a situation like we taped over it. Like, we just, hey, sorry, hey, we had a VCR, and hey, it's just
We
They
only
put
had
a
it-
they put a piece of tape over
Yeah,
that
on the
square.
next
They
week.
put a piece of tape over that
We
square.
we
and
never
it
thought
was
to
able to
back.
record
We
over.
never thought to back it up on the hard drive.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
hey,
but
Yep,
going
nope,
forward,
yep.
we will do better at backing.
Yep,
there was
up.
a 60 Minutes episode
No,
that somebody
what,
really was looking forward
yeah.
to.
See, what it was more like
It
is
was
like,
a episode of Jerry.
we never thought you would question us.
Exactly.
You know,
Hey.
it's like I always say. People want to throw out the word conspiracy theorist or whatever conspiracies. Look, if you got a new conspiracy, I'm all for it because all mine have come true. So
He's like all of them.
He said, and he got receipts.
I got a receipt. Damon already knows. I
He's got
got
a back-
receipts.
Unlike the government, he's got a backup of his essential documents.
Yeah, he didn't destroy his documents.
You're like, oh, can I see the original?
Hey,
Yeah,
I will
apparently
say
he didn't have a
this.
backup of that.
I will say this. I will tell some truth that may. My internet might start freaking out with this comment.
Here we go.
But I will say, Meta definitely destroyed some of my receipts. Definitely.
I don't doubt that.
Yes.
There's plenty
hard
more.
To believe. Hard to believe.
Plenty
that
more where that
there.
came from there, Mr. Freaking Nazi. Whatever.
Tony's like, I had to ask about the moon, didn't I?
I knew he was jumping at the bit. I had to give.
Well, you guys started it. You guys started it.
We did.
10, 15 minutes before we went live on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I started
Damon
what,
did
like
it.
It was
7,
Damon's
like
fault.
6:37.
It's
6:37 o'clock
Damon.
Friday morning. I started it.
Yeah, Damon started it by sending me.
You set the seed. You watered that seed like it was Miracle Grow. You sneaky son
Segment
of a
soothsayer.
Segment soothsayer.
I love that you're referring. I love that you've adapted it and incorporated into a third person.
That's right.
So
Jeff, I got to know something.
Jeff didn't even last a year in West Virginia.
No, I got to know something, Jeff.
Yeah.
Is water polo a true sport?
Oh, here we fucking go, dude. Hey, it's the only sport that's in the Olympics. Suck it.
Hey, I didn't ask John. I asked Jeff.
Yeah.
I think a part of me will venture into that land and say yes, because I think it does take some athletic ability. But then there's also a part of me that's like, nah.
Sir.
Way to be good at
as a
swimming.
coach.
Because again, it takes talent to swim. I mean, there's people. I mean,
so listen,
there's people that drown every day. So again,
half
it
the
takes
game,
talent and a skill to get into a pool of water and not die.
Half the game, you're trying to essentially drown a guy and get the ball away from their team. And then the other half is you're trying to score while not being drowned. And let me tell you, our football guys like to talk shit too, okay? They did. And they didn't last one day of our hell week, and we ran circles around them during theirs. Hey,
you do 2 days?
Look, I will not. We did do 2 a days, and guess what? Our hell week wasn't 1 week; it was 2. So,
but y'all in a pool in the air condition though. They're outside in the yard.
No, negative, dude.
With 30 pounds of shoulder pads on.
Hey, I will say, maybe now the pool. They just redid the pool at the high school. It is looking top notch.
Yeah,
When I was there, bro. Negative. They used to be like, "Oh, the pool's heated." Bullshit, bro. We swam in December and January. It was not heated. I'm telling you right now. Negative. But our coach had been playing coaching water polo and swimming. But when I got to him was 35 or 34 years. When I finished, it was like 36.
So you only played
Like
a year?
when we went to tournaments, like refs would call things and coaches would scream and yell and run over there. When our coach, because he very rarely approached the bench, there was most of the time when he walked over there, the call was overturned because he would explain to them about the rules of water polo for real. Like we played for a legend. Rest in peace, Fever. I love you, man.
And what was his name?
Steve Fever.
We're gonna load this dude up.
He had a fever.
Hey, and he was, dude, he was insane. I was having an asthma attack during Hell Week, and I was like literally barely like keeping my head above water. And he was like yelling at me. He's like, "What? Get back! Come on!" And I'm like, and he was like finally seeing what was really going on. He was like, "Get to the side!" Like, I'm not kidding, bro. He told one kid to quit porpoising around. Like, bro, he was ruthless.
No, there was a football coach in my school. The kid
respect him
out
more
on
than
the
most
field.
people I've ever met in my life, though.
He told two of my teammates to drag the dude over to the side as he was laying there trying to come back too. He wasn't even back to contact. He said, "Get this guy off my practice field."
Johnsy.
Yeah, lost of a legend, Steve Fever, man.
Johnsy's right in the pool.
I'll say Johnsy, that's their grapes. They're touching his grapes.
Yeah.
Right.
They had to keep Johnson in the pool. They had to keep Johnson in the pool because of them balls. So
yeah. No wonder he had an unfair advantage. He was sitting there bouncing around like it was like it was a damn horse, like a horse-drawn carriage. Yeah. You like how they have them big balls that like get out around on the driveway? Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
He put like his Speedos had like a handlebar on it so he could sit there and use them like rip up on the balls.
That's your fault, Damon. That one was all on you.
I like it. I like where Damon's at. Jeff, can you believe that Johnson's got the biggest balls this side of the Mississippi?
I've heard.
On the west side of Mississippi. The west side of Mississippi.
Well, I said this,
both sides, bro. Both sides because I came over to that side.
He says both sides. Both sides.
Because I'm from this side, but I flew over to that side and stayed there for a little under a week. So
yeah, true.
You're welcome.
No, actually, when I lived in Kansas last time, whenever I first moved there, they asked me. As soon as I moved there, they said, "Have you heard?" And I said, "Of course I've heard about him. I mean, who hasn't?"
Yeah. Ooh, you heard it here first, folks. You a living legend.
And here's the deal.
Coast to coast.
You probably have heard about it if you've ever watched the show one time, because for some reason, these two wonderful gentlemen, not Coach, but the other two, are obsessed about bringing it up.
You brought it up. You brought it up.
No, after a loved one who shall not be named.
Bringing up your coach and your balls in the same sentence. It's not good.
Yeah, I was talking about how awesome my water polo coach was.
It was in the 90s. It's okay.
And you guys wanted to talk about my nutsack. Whatever. But now it's my fault.
They're still worried about HIV and the gays in the 90s. They weren't even worried about it.
Oh, boy.
There's another flamingo.
There's another flamingo. There's another flamingo. There it is, Damon. Another flamingo.
It is true, though. That was all they were worried about in the 90s. Ask Magic Johnson. How that affects him.
Fine. He's fine.
He's got enough money. He's got the cure.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing okay. I've heard.
Yeah. Can you buy your way out of HIV?
Yeah, proof Magic Johnson, because he looks better now than he did before. So explain that one, homie.
Yep.
I don't.
Hey, Coach, am I wrong?
No, you're not.
I have no proof. Again.
Okay, yeah. Listen, nobody has any proof.
The luckiest motherfucker on the planet, maybe.
All right.
Highly
So
doubt
let's
it,
ask.
but you know.
We got a coach. We got a shaper of young men, young boys
Yeah.
in this room here.
Try to.
Try to.
Try
He
to,
survived 1 year in West
Hopefully they're not
well,
watching.
yeah,
Kansas,
Yeah,
Dodge City.
hopefully
Okay.
those young men
You
are
got
not
okay.
watching this.
So you're born and raised in Southwest Virginia. You just came back for a year. You've got to coach and travel to other places. Coolest place
Right.
you've got to
Yeah.
coach at. Why?
Oh, I would say that the best experience for me as a coach was, this past year at my alma mater, being able to
sick.
go back,
Okay.
coach at the school that you graduated from, that you won a state championship as a player,
Right.
to come back, be the head coach at the place I graduated from, and give so much back to the program, the community, and again the kids. I mean, because that's ultimately that's what it's about. It's
That's
about
right.
helping young people, try to teach them the error of your ways, and
True.
Teach them that
Right.
you
Right.
And not your
can't
Good
mistakes.
point.
Don't
That's
lie-
a good
Don't lie
point.
to the kids.
yeah, and but that
So-
was a great experience doing that. But again, I've traveled all over the country. I mean, I've worked in Ohio, South Carolina, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Kansas. Just been all over the place. And
Tomasi, Salem,
yeah,
Damon.
Ooh.
yeah, outside of
So-
Clemson. That's about
so
30
you-
minutes outside of Clemson.
You've been through a lot of different
Hard
to believe it's shut
educational
down.
Yep.
facilities, coach a lot of different areas, different types of people. And I'm a big student of psychology for a lot of years now. So my question to you is, what do you think happened to Tony?
I think the disconnect happened a long time ago. I think a long time ago the disconnect happened.
I'm sorry, boss.
I actually gave up
Don't
on
fire
connecting
me,
a long time
please.
ago. I realized I didn't connect with many, so I was like, connecting.
Please don't fire me for that one.
$20.
Yeah, you got fired from your unpaid position, Chauncey.
Oh, that's great.
yeah, $20.
Oh, man.
$20.
I didn't see that coming. I really thought he was going to ask a serious question. Well, it was.
So
but,
I do have a really good question though. What's one of your, you don't have to give up anything too personal or whatever, but what's one of your
Right.
coolest, proudest memories as a coach?
Oh,
I should have went
say-
first.
I think I know the answer.
Sorry,
I'll
bro.
keep it to myself.
Well, and I think that
And why was it coaching Tony?
Well, I think there's several.
No one coaches me. I do the coaching.
I think a lot of my happiest moments or proudest memories don't even have anything to really do with basketball. It's the off the court stuff where I saw a lot of growth
Right.
with a lot of kids that, to be honest with you, a lot of teenage boys, 9th, 10th, 11th grade. I mean, I was there, you were there, we were all there. They're punks. A lot of them are punks. They have
Yeah.
bad attitudes. They don't want to listen to anybody. And it's about, just trying to garner that relationship and to see them
Right.
grow and just mature.
That's
And
right.
to
More.
just finally understand where that one day it just starts to click and they get it. It's just like, man, at least hopefully they're going to be safe and successful. And if we can do that, I mean, we all want to win no matter what we do, but
Sure.
if we could do that, man, and they graduate, whether they go on to play college or not, well, we've been successful. We've won.
Right. There was a win.
And that's my big thing, man. Is just seeing my former players now either graduating college or they have jobs. A couple of my guys, they're married and have children now, and
Right.
I mean that's probably the most the happiest moment for me is when I see them. And I've had my former players, they call me or text me and say, listen, I didn't understand it before. I hated you, but thank you, because you
Right.
cared.
Right.
And that's the one thing that as a young kid you don't understand, that when people care, they're going to have high standards.
Oh, yeah.
And the people that don't care about you, that they don't care. They're just going to let you do whatever you want to do, show up late, go party, and just act a fool. And that's the one thing I try to instill, that you're not going to act a fool around me. And
Our coach, yeah. Our coach was so
exactly.
serious about that. Like, we were at
Yeah.
a tournament one time and we goofed off a little bit too much at the hotel, jumping off the balcony in the pool, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And everybody that he knew was involved, that was like proven basically. We played 36 seconds of the very last game of that tournament. And he
Well,
made us sit, dress out by the pool like we were going in all the time. And he was like, look, you're not going to mess around. Like,
well, and listen, that goes to what I always tell my guys whenever we go on a trip out of town and we're staying overnight at a hotel, or we even before we go into a restaurant. Hey, you're not just representing you. You're representing our school, our community,
our
our
town,
program.
right?
You're representing everybody. Do not embarrass us. Do not embarrass me, because if you do, it'll be the last time you do.
Right, and that was exactly his attitude. Like, you don't understand. My name in water polo, you little sons of bitches are not going to tarnish it, right?
Yeah,
well,
and he was right. We were just being little, exactly how you put it, little punks, man. We were kids.
And it's not that anybody's just nobody's doing it maliciously. That's just teenage boys. That's just teenage boys.
Yeah,
and what was crazy, like,
that's just how we are.
When you have a bunch of dudes together, I mean, that's just what happens.
Right, but the cool thing was like how you
jump off things.
How you mentioned a couple of them have come back and been like, look, it was rough being with you, but like, thank you.
Yeah. And
I got to have that moment with my coach while he was still my coach, because there was this one time we acted a fool on the bus ride home from a school, and a couple of us got suspended. It was like they wanted to make it a huge deal, and when we got like our suspension orders and all this stuff, I'm like, what did you tell FIBA we're not going to be there? And they're like, nope, you have to.
And that was worse, probably.
And we're like, no. So I was like, I remember being like, hey, coach, I got to talk to you. He's like, okay, go sit in the office real quick. Let me line everybody else out. And, he made me sweat it out in there, and he comes in and I tell him everything. And he looks, and I was waiting for him to like hit me with the clipboard or like give me one of them lectures for an hour and forget about everybody swimming laps. And he laughed and said, he's all, man, you guys are going to goof off and make mistakes sometimes. Go ahead and dress out. And I was like, what, dude? The time I needed you to, like, it was insane, dude. And it was like, I'll never, ever, coaches, like, they have huge impacts on kids. They really do.
Well, it's a give and a take. There's a compromise. There's that middle ground. And I just, in the year 2024, the days of the dictatorship style of we're going to do this because I say so, those days they're pretty much over. I mean, because I have an open line. Hey, if you want to know why we're doing this, I will explain this to you.
Yeah.
But there are certain times where I'm not going to explain it. You will do as I need you to do right now. Like, I'll explain later. But right now, this is what we're going to do. And I think as long as they understand that they can ask questions, and hey, and we'll talk about that. We can discuss, but right now we can't. Just action. We need to do this, and we'll talk later. And I think I've had a lot of success doing that. But the dictatorship style, I think those days are gone.
Yeah.
I think
our coach was like a good mix of understanding, but he was authoritative. But I absolutely agree. I don't think kids these days, and I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers, but I just don't think kids these days would ever respond to that the way we did growing up.
It's a very small group. It is a very, very small group that and that they're just different. That there's those guys in the team that they're just built different, than that they respond differently.
What's the term for that? Coachable or coachable?
Well, I mean, depending on who you are, coach.
No,
I mean, like, I think,
but it's talking about like, whoa.
Yeah, there's
a
ghost. Killer fly.
That's a ghost.
You shouldn't have talked about NASA, Tony.
I think that it's all about the group you got to work with. If you got some hard asses out there that don't take no shit, then you can kind of get along their asses a little bit and cut some cloth. But I think a lot of days you kind of have to start out like a lamb and kind of work your way into a lion.
Well, and it's also your chemistry of your team. If you have a bunch of young guys rather than a team full of juniors and seniors, that's totally different dynamic. You know, if you got
Right.
a locker room full of 8 seniors and 7 juniors, it's a lot different than 8 sophomores and 7 freshmen. Yeah, it's a totally different dynamic.
Right.
So there's
And
not a lot. Go ahead.
That's a huge. No, I was saying that's a huge deal, which brings up a good question. Have you had any like really young guys that were just that insanely talented make it up to the older team? That
Yeah,
because
I've
that's a
had a
struggle.
couple guys.
Like what you're bringing up is a struggle because there were guys who are good enough to play varsity, but are not anywhere near on the same maturity level as everybody else playing varsity.
Yeah, that is such a issue that a lot of people don't even look at.
Yeah,
As far as
100%.
they may be able to play athletically, but as far as maturity wise, yeah, they're just not ready. They're not at that level.
Right.
And to put them into that, with 18-year-olds, which I
Right.
mean, if they're a young freshman, they could be 14.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like we're gonna put them into the circle with 18-year-olds. And it's just like I don't know if that's really what's best for them.
Right.
Sure.
It's like let's just keep them down, on the JV or the freshman, team,
Right.
whatever it may be.
Isn't that kind of getting harder though with all the people out there telling everybody how good they are all the time and how they're getting slighted? Like
Everybody's Division 1. Just ask them.
well, but yeah, but like
Right.
so like
Hey,
if you
no,
do have
I'm not.
somebody with
Yeah,
that
you're
talent,
not wrong.
are you feeling more pressure to push them up to what you were 6, 7 years ago because you realize like I could lose this kid if I don't like
I've always subscribed brutal honesty. I use brutal honesty when I deal with my players and parents. And if I think a player is being lied to by somebody, I say, hey, it is what it is, but I just don't think you're at that level yet. You need to perform, you need to get better, your skills aren't there. And if somebody's telling you
Right.
that, they don't have your best interest. And I think that I've always had success just being completely honest with people. And I think the
baggage that way too.
yeah, and the parents have always respected that. I mean, I'm just totally honest and say this is what your kid needs to do to get better. And more times off, they're receptive and they appreciate that.
Nah, Junior chucks it. Junior chucks it. You gotta let him get some shots. Sometimes it takes some shots to get him warmed up. But once he gets going,
yeah, you got to give him some playing time, coach.
Hell yeah.
Well, and that's the thing that I've also tried to tell kids. Listen, everybody has opinions, but you have to understand whose opinions are educated opinions in that particular category. And because, and I always relate this the best way possible, the most respectful way possible. So I use my mother as the example. My mother is 70. Here in a couple weeks, she turns 73, I believe.
Shout out. Happy birthday.
Yep.
Shout out, moms.
And so she's like, she'll be 73. Okay. And for the better part of half of a century, she has either participated, watched, been a parent, a volunteer, or the spouse of a coach or father or mother of 3 sons that played sports.
Right.
And for a half a century, she's been around the game of basketball.
Wow.
I wouldn't ask her opinion on one thing to do with the game of basketball.
Right.
Just because she's watched it for 50 years doesn't mean she knows anything.
Right.
Yeah, there's a difference between just watching it and then studying it.
It's
and
like
that's
asking.
one thing I try to tell people is,
it's
hey,
like turning
listen to
around and
people, make
asking
their
a fan
educated
for the
opinion.
next play.
That's right.
Right. It's like just because you've been here, since you graduated in that same seat, we know you, Mr. Thompson, or whatever.
Yeah. With all due respect, due respect,
right. You are not studying plays the way I have for the last.
You are not
years.
watching game film. You are not watching game film.
It's not happening. Like I don't
You're
care
not
what
at
you say.
practice every day.
Right.
Like, there was one mom I knew, like she like couldn't understand, like it's a free throw. How do you miss a free throw? It's free. Like anytime you're a kid, like you miss free throws, like you're disgusting. Like, not a gimme. Like, it's still
gotta.
distance.
You still have to get the ball in the hoop. That's
Where's
the entire
15 feet
point.
from the free throw line?
Yeah, 15 feet.
There, look at me. Look at me.
I know.
29
It's.
from.
I know
29
it's
inch rim.
crazy.
And you'll find these same exact measurements back in Hickory.
At our gym.
Right, and I know it's crazy, but the only way to get a point is to get that round ball in that hoop. So if you don't, you don't
But
get
it's
the
free. It's a
points.
free
I know
throw.
it's crazy.
It's free. It's free throw. It's free.
I know we have a different meaning for the word free these days, but it's not that.
Nah.
Okay, it's not that. It's not like coming to California and you get free this, free that, free this. Unless you live here and work here, then you know.
Here we go. Here we go. You brought it up.
Hey, this is the dude. Hey,
let's talk California.
There we go.
There's other places that are suffering just like California, buddy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, West Virginia.
Hey, like I said, I've traveled the country and I've seen a lot of places that are struggling. I mean, it's not just one area. I mean, everybody's struggling right now.
Unnecessarily, might I add?
Yeah, 100%.
This is absolute joke that we're all dealing with. By the way, if there's one thing you take from everything tonight, all the NASA talk, you know, we could go on and on about different topics of the world that are just as ridiculous as that shit they're trying to pass off as real. But the bottom line is we're all struggling, like Coach said.
Facts.
Everybody love everybody. Let's all support one another and have a good time. That's what the Dude Network's all about.
That's it.
Oh man, those baseball steaks tonight were delicious.
What?
Coach, did you get one?
Yeah.
Well, Saturday.
Okay, no, Tony, hold on.
We had them on Saturday. We had them on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Right.
No, they were good. They were good. I was actually impressed by this guy. He talks a big game, but I give credit when credit's due.
Hey, well, here's the deal. I just wanted to get your opinion. I do know Tony can cook because if you guys didn't see the videos from when Damon and I were in Ohio, the day before Damon got there, Tony and I made a kielbasa ring with spinach and provolone on top, and he made a homemade marinara real quick, like from some fresh tomatoes from his garden. And it was absolutely so. The Prince of the Poorest can cook, folks. It is not a facade.
He can.
Heard it here first.
Heard it here. Hey,
I'm
if Coach says it,
coming up from West Virginia and bringing his beautiful better half Jenna. She's been the kids have not let her alone at all. I feel very bad for her at this point.
Oh man, I remember them days.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
She loves kids though.
Yeah,
so it's great.
Yeah.
The good thing is they're absolutely adorable, both of them.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of that off.
Yep,
it is. It's a lot easier. It's a lot
right.
easier.
You can withstand a much longer period of time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go up and teach Wally how to work on some basketball dribbling skills. I think here.
There you go.
I'm gonna make sure every day it's in the kitchen. Make sure you just dribble it in the kitchen, right there in front of everybody,
right next to the grills.
But make sure Dad has his phone out facing him and he's talking to it.
Right. You see my boy right there? He's doing good.
Hey, this is Tony.
Watch him.
Yeah, look at this.
Look at him. Look at him go. And he's like,
and cut.
Yep.
Quiet on the set.
Yeah, we won't have you say that anymore.
Well, they're like, like, what's funny is they know when I'm filming, and they'll be like, "Let's go," and I'll still be filming. Did I get it, Dad? Did I win? Yeah, but you'll be like times when they're like, "Dad, did you get me winning? Like, did you get me winning? Did you get it?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, yes. And there's something like, "No, you lose." Like, "Ah, I lose."
Dude, I'll record this whole thing, and someone will just walk in the room and start talking, and I'm like, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, were you filming?" I'm like, "Well, am I cooking?"
Yeah,
and it's like, it's funny because I've said that for a long period of time, longer than you would think it would take normal adults to catch on. But here we are.
And Jonesy don't play no guff when it's time to film.
No, I yell. I yell. I say,
you You can't say quiet on the set no more, Johnson.
He literally
Why?
just met a listener. He's like, "Listen, I know you're really excited." He's like, "Can you just like not talk for 5 minutes till we film
Yeah.
this?"
He was like,
And she's
"Hey,
like, yeah." And I looked at him like, "Jesus!" And like, "Sorry, Jamie." And I was like, he didn't say
yeah."
that.
Hey, just
I was like, "Shh." I was like, "Geez, let me
Sorry,
walk back
dude.
He was like,
outside."
"Listen, you're talking, and you just need to shut up. We're filming. Can you give me 5 minutes,
Pretty
please?
much.
Thank you."
That was pretty much
Was
it
he,
right there. Yep.
was he sort of like Ben Stiller and Happy Gilmore? Just
Yeah.
Hey, listen. I'm
You will shut
if
up,
nothing,
Raul.
if nothing, I'm just honest. I'm getting straight to the point, not beating around the bush.
not trying to waste time. Time
Right,
is
Well,
here
valuable.
it
since
is.
he's like,
Look.
"Hi, everybody. How's like, shut up. We are filming.
Yeah.
5 minutes, then you can talk."
Well,
It wasn't that bad,
I'm John
Coach.
G.
I
Oh,
swear.
yes, it was.
It was
Oh,
not
yes,
this
it
bad.
was. Oh,
Okay,
yes,
hey,
it
hold on.
was.
Hey, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I got a legit basketball coach here. I need to ask the question.
Oh, well, I mean, he
Go, let's
wasn't
hear
So
there.
I
I'm
was-
curious
He
to
wasn't
see how
there.
John T words this, Damon. So let's
I'm-
hear it.
I was-
Whoa. Go.
I was really into basketball for a little bit, and I was in a church league for a while.
Oh, church league. Here we go.
It's always been the church league. I'm not changing nothing up. Don't
Here we
listen
go.
to these clowns.
Here we go. His damn content gonna fall out again.
Yeah, I went up to do a little layup,
Here we go.
and a guy hit me in the face so hard it knocked both contacts out of my eye. And the ref called the foul on me.
Oh, yeah.
Can you explain to me how that's possible? Because I think it's absolute hot
I know
steam
the
pile
answer.
of bullshit.
I mean,
They go, nah, that's that guy that plays water polo.
that,
Charged.
well,
Wow.
the only
Wow.
thing that I could the only reasonable answer when you explain it in that form with that information provided is that you're just not very good.
I was decent, dude. Coach, put me in, coach. Put me in. Put me in.
You sit in the bench, water boy.
Dude,
Damn
hey,
it, water boy. You sit in the bench.
so also fun
Oh.
fact. That was the last day I played church league, and it wasn't because that I thought the call was unfair. It was because me and my buddy ripped our shirts off, and we're gonna fight the guy who did it because we were like, "This is absolute trash," and they were like, "Hey."
But the thing
No,
is,
listen,
you couldn't see him. You didn't have no contacts in.
No, I could
Called
still
the
see
other guy
shapes,
trash.
homie.
He
I
called the
could
other
s-
guy trash.
I could still see shapes.
I mean, you had to call backup because you couldn't see nobody.
No, I didn't call backup. My
So
boy
how are you gonna
Travis
kick his
was
ass? You didn't have any
heated.
contact
He
lenses.
was
Nothing.
he was very, very, very more serious than I was about basketball, and we got invited to not play anymore.
Oh,
I feel like not have you gentlemen back. It's okay.
Like,
He said we got invited
Hey.
to not play. Like, we'd like to invite you. Oh yeah, to not
dude,
play.
it was literally put to us like that, Tony. Like, look, you guys are really enthusiastic about the sport. We can tell, but
Thank you for
We-
coming, but don't.
right,
Yeah.
yes,
Here's your participation trophy.
yeah.
Please leave.
No, there was no
Hey,
participation
Jonesy,
trophies
hey,
back then,
Brandon,
dude.
we found your one contact. Sorry, Steve stepped on it.
So, fun fact, I did only find one.
At least you found one.
So you could only see one person then.
No, I'm not that blind, Damon. Damn it. Okay. I can still see you guys. I just can't
But
read
here's
our
the thing.
names.
How you gonna fight somebody and there's how many? I don't know how many people's on the floor, coach, at a time. Okay, so you see shapes and there's 10 people on the floor at a time. Which shape
No.
is it?
No, I could see the difference between I can tell this. I'm not that blind. I'm not that blind. And here's the deal, bro. It wouldn't matter because
You just
Me
gonna
and
fight
Tr-
10 damn people.
me and Travis swing a couple of times.
Okay,
and
you gonna fight 8 people.
The rest of them teams, it doesn't matter which team they were on, ours or theirs, they were dropping. Trust me. It's not like these guys were
Dude.
supreme athletes.
You seen 8 figures.
Hey,
You seen the
You
drop
remember
all 8
I
of them.
said church league, right?
Hey,
There
don't
was
sleep
like
on
me,
this
Travis, and like 2 other guys in the whole league that were like played sports outside of church league
Hey, Sam
basketball.
Did,
Okay?
did you and
still
Travis
plays
play
in the
water
church.
polo together?
No, he played soccer and
Damn it.
baseball.
That ruined that story.
Baseball.
That ruined that feed.
You say whatever you want, bro. Say whatever you want.
Did you ever lose a contact during water polo?
Oh, I didn't. I didn't wear.
Or did you wear the
I didn't have
goggles? Or did
I
you wear
wore
the goggles?
water polo. No, we didn't wear goggles in water polo.
I didn't. I mean, I didn't know. I didn't know if you had like
We
the
had-
big basketball
had-
goggles.
We had one.
So,
We had
like-
one goalie. We had one goalie did, and the goalies have red caps, but he
Huh.
would put his goggles on underneath his cap and then tie his cap. And so it reminded us of the Red Baron pizza guy, like on those boxes in the grocery
Yep.
store. So we called him Red Baron all the time.
That's called Kurt Rambis.
AKA Tony Dollars.
Ooh!
Yeah.
It's never going away,
Hey,
dude.
new Twitter handle.
Yeah,
There's got to be a Tony
it's never
Dollar.
going away now.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
right now.
Dude Network is
$30
rebranded as
still.
Tony Dollars. Coach,
I'm
what's next for you, man? What's next? What you looking for?
We're actually moving to Dodge City, Kansas, June 15th.
I got
And
you.
then,
it won't let
then
me.
after that, they'll go get settled into the house.
Oh.
Summer workouts going. What?
There's three.
3 Tony Dollars.
One of
Three.
them's named Tina.
I
Tony
just
tried-
Dollars with
I
three
just
T's.
tried to change your name from Tony Lane to Tony Dollars, but it wouldn't let me.
Now there's one guy called Mac Tone to Great. Tony Dollars 1. And then there's just Tony Dollars. There is a Tony Dollars.
Oh.
Last reposted 4/8 of 18, 14 following, 13 followers.
You can buy that.
Mac Tone to Great. Now he's got a photo. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
The original
12
Tony Dollars.
followers.
You want to go the original?
The original.
No, because they
It's
have
not available though.
But no, contact them. You can buy it.
Anyway, well,
What happens?
I can't contact him. I have to
Hey,
follow him and
Coach,
get
I
him back.
don't know.
If
I don't know
look
how
at
much
it, they
we
haven't
promised
done
to
it.
pay you, but we don't make a lot of money here.
Nah.
No.
Well, Tony Dollars hasn't posted in 6 years, so I don't think they're going to want to.
Okay.
Tony, you could get it, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta get them to follow me, but they haven't posted anything since 2018, so that might be a struggle.
So just message them and say,
Yeah.
look,
You can't. There's no messenger. They have to follow you back.
Damon, did you do that?
It's a private
Yes.
account.
Why couldn't I?
Because you, hey, I'm better than you. That's what.
I mean, I'm cool with it. Thank you, sir.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Tony,
and if,
guess
and,
what,
I mean,
Tony?
and here's
From
the thing.
now on,
I mean,
it
if it's
doesn't
like-
matter if you
it's like
change
this,
it.
here
We're
we go.
changing it back. We're changing
Okay.
it back to this.
I mean, even if that, we can do it like that.
I'll go
Yes!
back to the artist
Yes!
formerly known-
yes, yes,
Wait, I missed
yes, 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 yes.
Oh,
This is fantastic.
I mean, if he can't get the one with a Z, we're gonna put a dollar
It
sign.
may be
on
my
that
first
thing.
tattoo.
I'll
That's
do it for
great.
you, bro.
that's
When
great.
I get out there, I got enough good machines. I'll do it for you.
That is so great.
Be my first tattoo ever. Tony Dollars. That's not on
Oh,
the bingo
man.
card. Not on the bingo card.
Oh, this is awesome.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
well,
Way to go, Anthony.
Yep, there we go. Well,
Yeah.
Tony Dollars needs to go make some dollars moves.
Oh man,
Gentlemen, thank you for having me.
no
Yeah,
man.
dude, no.
appreciate it.
Our
Yeah,
pleasure,
thanks for
man.
hanging out, man, in studio.
Yeah.
Only like
Yeah.
the third or fourth person that's actually ever been in studio. Like
Yeah, that's about right.
you two, Tar, Britt, and Big K.
Yep.
No, and Brad. Shit, and
Yep,
Brad.
Brad.
Hey, I'll make an appearance when I'm on location in Dodge
Ooh.
City. And,
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
that way I'll
That's
give
my
you an
brother.
update.
We gotta
Hell
I'll give you an
yeah.
update from Wyatt Earp Boulevard.
I was like, hey, come out to the Royal. And he's like, that's 6 hours. It's not the-
Yeah,
That
we're
ain't
on the
nothing.
mountain time zone, but we're all on the other side of Kansas.
It don't matter. That's a 6-hour drive. You can
It
Yeah,
make.
takes 6 hours to get across Kansas.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm in the middle of the state, and it took me 8 hours and 20 minutes to get to San Diego.
Mm.
Dude, I can't. It's insane out here.
It's California.
I can't, it is California.
You're first.
It's a beautiful place to be, but they have not done well with it. They have not done well with it. It's time to abandon the ship.
Right.
I ain't the captain, so I ain't got to go down with it, bud.
Like they say, you better wrap this thing up and start rolling up them cords because we fitting to go down.
That's right.
Nah, I'm out before it does. Trust me.
But fellas, we're gonna wrap it up here and get up
for
here.
sure,
and,
man.
We got the wives hanging out up here, so we're gonna go.
This is awesome.
Them.
We can go on forever, though, for sure.
I know. So, but hey, appreciate you, Jeff, Damon,
Yeah,
John.
absolutely,
Good
man. Appreciate you.
as always. And Sunday night, another foodie show, 9:00, and then next Wednesday. We're not doing Thursday this week because we won't be available to record. So we are doing Wednesday on Three Overs Daily and with Three Overs Daily live in studio together though. Because Thursday we're doing the Nathan's hot dog thing, and that don't start till 8, so we're not going to be able to go live at 10.
What?
So yeah, we're going to just do it Wednesday, but we're going to have a full slate of baseball available to bet on. So
there you go.
Because Thursday nights you kind of get what MLB's got available, which isn't much. So so tune in this upcoming week, Jeff. Safe travels out here.
Thank you. Go Cubs. Go Cubs.
Cubs.
There you go.
Oh
There
my!
is.
What is
All right.
this?
Well, we got this show.
Well, we was all right.
Stupidest show.
Completely mediocre.
Yeah, this show.
Jeez, man.
We probably landed on the moon.
Tony, you said this guest is going to be cool.
No, I lied. Sorry. It happens.
Well, great. Good stuff.
Oh well. Go Cubs, I guess.